Hi, just a second. Okay. Hi there, I am Wendy Keys Turnbull, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this is my regular Tuesday Night Live. Hi, Callie. I'm gonna flip you down and get right to it. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And I hope that you had somebody to spend some time with or got stuff from your kids or grandkids or whatever. Okay, today we're going to work on a new fancy fold that I found online from, let me see who I cased it from. I cased it from Janie, the Craft Princess. So, okay, let me just switch you down here. And I'll have to see how this goes because I didn't want my thing to fall over again, so I turned everything around. Okay, this is the base of my camera holder, my phone holder. So that's what you are seeing there. Let me see here. Zoom in a little bit here. And of course, as usual, my computer is not working. That's okay. There we go. Okay. So I see that we're not in screen here. There we go. Okay. So as I said, Stampin' Up! With Wendy. This is Wendy. And this is my host code for the month. It's good until March 13th when I have the last day of my next card workshop. So today we're doing something called a W V Fold. And this is the sample that I made up. And if you look here, we have a W and we have a V. And I didn't put any words in it or anything yet, but I will on the one I'm going to make. I'm going to do something just a little bit different because I like to do that. I really like this card. I did it in pinks and reds in honor of Valentine's Day, but I won't make it a Valentine since Valentine's Day is just about over. Okay, so what we're going to use is we're going to use Coastal Cabana, some designer series paper from the Dandy Designs 12 by 12 paper. This is in the celebration brochure. I think it's $100. You get all of these, which is it's a nice bundle. So I'm going to be using those two and a little bit of white, and we're going to be using the Heart Punch pack, the scallop heart and the regular heart. And we're going to be using sentiments from the Hydrangea Haven stamp set. So there's not a lot of stamping with this one. It's a lot of folding and assembling. Okay, let me get those out of the way. So the first thing you need is an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to try to reset my computer one more time. Okay. And you need a trimmer, and we need to cut one piece at 5.25 by 11. So this is the 11 inch. So we need 5.25 by 11. And then on this one, we need one that's 3 by 6. So I'm going to cut it at 6. And then it's going to be a little bit more than 3. So we're going to cut it to make it 3 by 6. Okay. Then the next thing you'll need is a scoring board. You can use your trimmer. I'm going to use my scoring board because it's just easier for me that way. I don't have to do a lot of measuring. And just line it up here. We're going to score the 11-inch side at, let me move this down so you can see what I'm doing. This is not fun. This darn. Okay. Oops, I thought I turned that volume down. Okay. All right. Wow, 6 people already. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Aunt Bev. All right. So we're going to score this 11 inch by 5.25 inch panel at 1 3/4 inches, let me use the big side, 1 3/4 inches and 3 1/2 inches and 5 1/4 inches and 7 inches. Okay, so this is actually the standard, this is our card size, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. So a little tiny bit smaller than your standard card. Oh, and then on the 6 by 3 inch piece, we're going to score at 3 inches. So we're just gonna do that, make that one be in half, scored in half. Okay, that's it for the scoring. Now we're going to do the folding. So starting with the large half, we're going to fold a valley fold. So that means it's going to dip down like a valley. And then we're going to do a mountain fold, a valley fold, a mountain fold. Use your bone folder to make that a little tighter. I'm going to move this camera a little bit, guys. No, I guess I'm not. It's not going to let me. I'm just going to slide back from my... Oh, this is fun. Okay. I know that you are seeing it because it when I refold it. Okay, and this is just obviously one fold. So we'll do that. I was just trying to put it on so I could see if you could see what I was doing. Okay, so we're going to decorate the card first. So I've pre-cut everything so you wouldn't have to sit and watch me, but I will give you the sizes that I've cut and what I'm doing with them. So this extra piece of the 8 1/2 by 11 is available for something else. Actually, I could have used a little piece of it there, but I already cut that piece out. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put all of these pieces on. Uh-oh, where is my big... Well, I'm missing one piece. I'll bet you I forgot to cut one. Okay, so we need a piece to go on here like this. So I am going to cut one from that dandy, that's back there, okay, from that Dandy Designs paper. And I am going to use this plaid. Actually, you know, yeah, I am. Okay, so this piece needs to be I gotta make sure. Needs to be 3 3/4 by, yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. Yep, that makes sense. Whoops, wait a minute. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so let's cut that. 3 3/4. I guess it would make more sense to use this one. 3 3/4 by 5. So I can use this side or I can use this side. Sure would be nice to see what I am doing. Okay. Nope, there it goes again. All right, so I'm thinking that might be too busy, so I may just do, but that will match all the other ones. So let me think about this. Yeah, I'm going to do that because there's going to be a lot of other fancy stuff on there. So we're going to put this on here. Hi, Sherry. Okay. I think this probably would have been better with a pink print or a red print, but I looked through my DSPs and I didn't have a pink or a red print. So that's okay because the next portion will be pinky red. Okay, so I have the same thing for these panels, and these 4 strips, all 4 of them, are 1 1/4. Oh wait, before I do that, I have to put these on. Silly me. Okay, we're gonna have double panels. So this is the 2224 in color 6x6 glimmer paper, which is, you know what I mean. It changes color. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to put these on, and I have cut a piece so that it's graduated down from pink to red, and we're going to put the pink one on the front and move our way down through. And I could be using tape for this. I find that things that I did with tape a few years ago are starting to fall apart, so I decided that I would prefer to use glue on things like this. I don't want things falling apart. So I do like my Stampin' Seal Plus though, and I do use that on a lot of cards. All right, and then this one goes on this panel. And it's nice using glue too, because then I can move the panels into the proper place before they're stuck. Ombre, that's it, Shirley, thank you. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And this one, okay, there we go. So we've got our 4 panels. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing up there. Okay, now we're going to put these panels on top of those. Boy, oh boy, I hope it just comes in at some point. Well, at least I know last week you guys couldn't see it, but I could. It immediately goes out. Oh well. Okay. And this one goes on here, like so. You could cut these even larger and have less showing around them. I kind of like having the 1/8 inch on each side. Okay. Teal and, of course, this is more aqua. This is Coastal Cabana. And red are my 2 favorite colors, so I tend to use them a lot. Anything teal or aqua, even some jades. Okay. And there is that. Oh, I see I got some glue on there. Good thing I've got my little handy glue eraser here. Don't want to make a mess of my DSP though. All right, that's all right, something will be over that. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm going to work on this part. Okay, so I need some help from you guys. So this one is going, I gotta check. Yeah, this one's going on the front of the card, on the front of the V. Do I want the square paper behind it? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to cut that bigger. Or the plaid paper behind it. You guys choose, plaid or square. I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds to see what you say. Oh, that's my smaller one, that's why. Okay, this is good. So it's this one. Do I want the squares behind it, or do I want the plaid behind it? Hi, Gina. So what do you think? Plaid. Got 2 plaids. Anybody else? So there's the squares. And there's the plaid. Yeah, I kind of like the plaid too. Got 3 plaids, 4 plaids. Let's go with plaid. Okay. So we're going to put this on here first. I think we'll ombre it that way. Slightly lighter on this side than it is on that side. And then we'll put the plaid on. Okay. All right, and then we're going to put this heart on the front, but we're going to pop it, but first we're going to stamp it with For You with Love. And that, I'm using Sweet Sorbet, and my Sweet Sorbet ink pad is in a kit somewhere with either this month's cards that I haven't put away yet or next month's cards that I have prepped. So we're just going to use the marker. I'm probably going to wish that I got the, let's see. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm also going to edge the heart. That's a lot of white space. So I'm just going to run the brush side of my marker around it. There we go. Okay, and that's a brand new one. I bet I have a partially used one. Yes, I do. Oops. And 3. Oops, didn't get those off. There we go. Okay, and that's going to go right here in the front. All right. On the back, we're going to put this on here. Let me see. Yep. Oops, got stuck. Then we're going to put this on here, a solid one. And this is, again, Coastal Cabana. And you definitely need to use glue when you're putting it on top of glitter paper because it really won't stick otherwise. And we're going to use this. And on this one, we are going to say, here it is. I appreciate all the little things you do. So this could be a Valentine's Day card. It could also be a thank you card to somebody you love. This one I'm going to do in Coastal Cabana, but I'm going to edge it in the Sweet Sorbet. There we go. Sweet Sorbet. Let me know if you want directions emailed to you for this card, and as soon as I have them typed up, I will send them to them. Now, this one I'm not going to pop because it's going to be on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my tape runner since it's sitting right here. Just put a lot of tape on. There we go. Fold under the extra. It's going to go right here. Probably, I might also put a little flower or something there, a butterfly. Actually, there is a butterfly in this set. Let's do that. I think that's the butterfly. Yes, it is. Okay. Put that there. Let's do the butterfly. Do it red. Looks more like a flower, but that's okay too if it is. Yeah, I think it is a flower. That's okay. And then there's a inside to this flower, which is here, which we'll do in the Coastal Cabana. Make sure I get it lined up right. Let's see here. Nope. This actually does look like a butterfly, and that actually does look like a flower. So there we go. There. That's nice. Okay. Now, okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this on, and it's going to go like this. And I want it centered on the card up and down, and I want it centered kind of in here. So I'm going to go ahead and open it like this, and I'm going to put just a strip of glue. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Strip of glue here. Yeah, you can. We're going to put that down there. It's going to take a minute to dry, but we're going to, oh, I just made a mess. It'd be better to clean off with a wet paper towel than with a glue eraser, actually, but it is coming off, so. Okay, there we go. Oh no, I made it all dirty. I have to get that off. Okay, then we open it up and we do the same thing on this side. We just put a little bit of glue along here. And we fold that over. And there we go. Same thing, I'm going to use my fingers. And actually, I'm going to powder it. Then I don't have to worry about it being sticky. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side. Just using my embossing buddy to powder it. I need to clean this eraser. Okay. One more time. Hi, Vicki. Okay, thanks. I will make sure that you get the directions. Oh, the second I turn the volume off, the picture goes out. Okay, now on the inside, we have to have a place to write, to sign, right? So we're going to put this here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that there because I want it to be behind that part. So then we'll close it, open it back up and make sure it's nicely centered. It's a little bit closer to this edge, but that is absolutely okay. I could center it, but I'm not going to. And then this is going to be what you will write your note on. So I chose to use a scalloped for that one. And again, because I'm connecting it to glitter paper, I'm going to use glue. And there we go. Voila. So you have the W V Fold, fancy fold card. What do you guys think? Okay, Shirley, I'll get you the directions. Vicki, I'll get you. Debbie, I'll get you. Okay. As soon as I'll get them typed up tonight and get them right out to you, actually. So there you go. I love it. And it's so simple. It looks so complicated and it's so simple. So we have this one that's a little bit not quite as busy as this one. Then we have this one. So, and again, I cased this from Janie, the Craft Princess. So I was just Googling fancy folds or fun folds so that I could come up with something to do. Let me put this back down here. Alrighty. So those are the two cards. Now that my workshop is done for February, I'm very excited about the March cards, so I want to show you them. Those of you who are at the February card class have already seen these, but I'm really excited about them. So let me get them out. Oh goodness, I piled on top of them. I got a big order in yesterday. Okay. So I have this kind of masculine birthday card. I asked my husband if he thought it was masculine, and he said, yeah, he might have just been being polite, but that we'll be making. And this is with the Queen Bee set and some ribbon and some embossing powder. And then that is our technique. We're going to be using the Stamparatus to step down to do the background pattern. So that's the technique for next month. And then, since it's Easter in April, we'll be making an Easter card. He is risen. Wishing you love and joy and love this Easter. So that one with the fronds in the background. Excuse me. And these. And this is using the Rejoice in Him set. And it's also using the delicate edge dies in the leaf pattern. Okay, Pamela, I'll get them to you too. And Sherry, I'll get them to you. Okay. And this one is using, it's a happy birthday card. This one is using the other mask from the card I did a couple of weeks ago. Let's see here. See if I have any of them still here. I don't. The card I did a couple of weeks ago with the embossing paste. This is the other mask that is in that set. You had the 4 layers for the flowers and the leaves. And then this one is the background that's in there. And then using some color and sponge daubers. And this is using the Occasionally Funny birthday card. So it's happy birthday and that says, I know your real age. Good thing we're friends. So I think that's cute. Okay. And then next. So for this one, I love hanging out with you. And I didn't put anything on the inside because this is more like a note card. This one's using 2 sets. This from the mini catalog, the hand-drawn dots. And from this, I think this is, nope, this is also from the mini, the Love Cats. So, and again, some embossing powder in the back. I didn't use any embossing powder this month, and next month I use it on 2 cards. All right, and both silver, of course. And then last but not least, using the Playing in the Rain set, we have our bunny. Oh, happy day. Thinking of you on your special day. So this could be a birthday card, but it could also be for a special occasion, for some promotion or a wedding. Well, it wouldn't really make a wedding card, but you know, anything that is would be a special day for somebody. So those are the cards that I have prepared for the March card class. I love them all. They're all very easy. All right, one more try to get you guys on here. Okay. Hi, Judy. Okay, so Judy, you just missed. These are the cards we did. This is called a W V Fold card. So this is the sample I made, and then this is the one I made on screen in honor of Valentine's Day, but not in your traditional Valentine's Day colors. Okay, so that is really all I have for today. Yeah, I'll leave them there while I'm talking. Remember that the celebration brochure is good through the end of February, and that they've added some things out of the regular catalog onto that celebration brochure. And also beginning March 1st, there's a new set available, and I actually have that set here. I guess I'll have to show it to you when it's available, but it's a beautiful floral set, and I ordered it so I can use it in March, or in April, I mean. So, okay, let me turn it back and just say goodbye. So look at my, oops, it didn't turn back. There we go. There I am. Okay, oh, my bangs. Oh, well. Okay, that was another quick one, not even a half hour. Thank you for joining me, and I will be back next week. And next week, it will probably be the paper pumpkin, because I know my paper pumpkin is on its way. If it gets here by Tuesday, I'll be doing the paper pumpkin. And beginning with this month, when I do the paper pumpkin online, the winner of the raffle, if I have 10 people say something, will get a paper pumpkin kit, because I changed my order to 2 so that I would have an extra one to send out to somebody. So make sure you're watching, And happy stamping. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.